blood alcohol level is far too high to allow you to take the wheel.
Fine, I don't want to drive anyway. I want a burger. Take me to a drive-thru.
Michael, you do know it's an urban legend that greasy food helps a hangover.
Look, the government's not sponsoring us anymore. Zoe can't cook and there's nothing in the fridge. You need a burger.
Should we get something for the lady in the trunk?
No, she's not hungry.
It would have been better if it was today. No, every time I think of Easter Sunday, it's like, it would be sick and twisted if the Easter Bunny brought people stuff and then people ate rabbit for dinner instead of ham.
Oh my God, you're so evil.
Welcome to Beyond the Night, brought to you by the GCRN. I am one of your hosts, Dave Joe and Mike, and joining me is Dan the Music Man. Hello.
Hey, back again.
2 episodes left. This one 49 and then 50, and then Kit is dead.
Well, unless they bring out the new Knight Rider movie, which is rumored right now.
Yeah, right. That thing's been rumored since 2007.
I know. I think the last thing I saw on that was like 2000. Well, this year, but I mean, I think there's been several people playing it, wanting to play it. I know Hasselhoff's been talking about it, and then there's been a couple of other actors who I have no idea who they are.
Yeah, I've seen those news reports. It just
it won't be the same.
No.
I mean, if it does come out, I'll at least watch it.
Yeah.
See if it's any good, but I honestly, I know it won't be the same because it won't. I know that Edward is gone. I don't think they would be able to get Rebecca or Patricia. Peter, I don't know. And William, to voice Kit, I honestly don't know. I mean, he's, I honestly don't think he really wants to be tied down to that role.
I think that I know this project is Glenn's thing, and Glenn wants to make it, based off the original, but honestly, seriously, seeing as how they left and basically screwed the 2008 show pretty much, it would be much nicer if it was the 2008 cast with the classic car, or do a crossover. Like I've been saying this since 2008, the 2008 series ever premiered. Do a damn crossover movie where the old people, Michael Knight Sr. and Kit 2000 meet up with Michael Knight of the 2008 series and
right.
Kit 3, like do a damn crossover movie.
Right.
That would be really cool.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have noticed that I don't think it's on, I don't know if you know about this service. It's called Comixology. It's for digital comics.
No, I don't know about it.
I don't think it's on there, but have you seen the thing about the Knight Rider comic book series?
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's no accessible way for me to read comics, but I've seen it.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, like, I figured, comics, Comixology is the go-to kind of place for digital comics, and I was like, it'll be on there eventually. I looked it up. Nope, it's not there. So, oh well. All right, folks. It's time to get to the final 5 episodes of Knight Rider 2008. This is it. Now, I did say 2 weeks ago in episode 47 that I wish that the 3 episodes we talked about there would be the final 3 of the series. After watching these final 5, I understand why that could never work, because after the final 5, they constantly make reference to the fact that the Foundation is its own entity now. But I still
Wasn't
wish
it that way in the original, though?
Yes, but Right, but in this series, it started out as part of the government.
Right.
And because the government was, the Alex Torres thing and everything else, and they've basically been shut out of everything.
Dude, the weird thing is I think they kind of took that concept from Knight Rider 2000 in a sense, because even though it wasn't Flag, it was not Flag, they operated under Seattle's jurisdiction at that time, even though it was the Knight Rider 2000. So I'm wondering if Scott Thompson, I think that's that gentleman's name, took
Gary Scott,
Gary Scott Thompson. I wonder if he took that concept and kind of rolled with it. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Just kind of something to think about.
Okay, 2009.
He's looking up.
I was trying to see if they. I know they did this with one episode in this series where a Knight in Shining Armor, the very first episode of the actual series, was an episode title of one of the old episodes of the old series.
Right.
And I could have sworn later today, when we get to it, Night in the City. I could have sworn that was also a title of one of the old episodes. But either way.
No.
Either way. All right. Well, we are going to head to the first episode after this.
Drop it! Now.
I take it you found what we were looking for.
Yeah, I found it, baby.
Good.
Okay, pull up all account numbers with a dash. Those are the safe deposit boxes.
I have generated a list of all safe deposit box numbers and the account bearer.
Any names of significance?
Searching databases and cross-referencing. There is one.
Joe Carter?
Kit, who is he?
A reputed mob lawyer who also represents and counsels many drug kingpins. He's well trusted by them and has kept most out of jail.
There were more accounts than we knew about.
Let me guess. Numbered offshore bank accounts? Now the account numbers are no good without the code names.
The good attorney has the code names for every client's account. Don't you?
All right. First up today is Exit Light, Enter Night.
Hello, Metallica.
Hey, Lars Ulrich. Somebody's ripping off your lyrics here. Oh, my God.
Hello, lawsuit.
Yeah, really. So, the plot for this one, Mike tries to stop a bank heist, but is taken hostage and loses contact with Kit. While inside the vault, Mike learns that the thieves didn't come for the money, but what's inside a mob lawyer's safety deposit box, the account numbers and access codes to his clients' offshore bank accounts. As a SWAT team closes in, Kit tries to warn them of bombs planted in the building, and Mike tries to foil the robbers' escape plans. Now, I have said up to this point that I absolutely love this cast, and that these actors make some of the generic plots really, really alright, whereas a lot of the villain of the week or generic plots of, say, Knight Rider, it just didn't fly well.
Right.
Even though the acting is done very well in this, this episode just didn't get me at all.
No, me neither. And it's almost kind of like a two-plot thing, sort of.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, it had action to a point.
Mm-hmm.
It had action to a point, but it's like it's kind of a villain of the week type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And there's two different plots going in two different directions. So it's like, all right, this plot, it's like, okay, this is your normal plot, but this plot over here kind of keeps you on the edge of your seat where you don't want to pick up the remote and turn the channel. Because in essence, you want to actually see what does happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep. I watched this episode twice, and I have no notes whatsoever.
I don't either.
I did like the Maddie and Kit thing with the kid. I thought that was really good. Yeah.
She was
yeah,
cute.
I thought that was really
Who
cool.
was she? Does anyone do they say who she was?
She was the daughter of the
No, the
woman
actress.
Oh hell, I don't know. Some
Some
kid
kid.
actress.
She was
no
cute.
clue.
That actually reminded me of the original Knight Rider series.
Yeah, yep. Outside of the stuff with Maddie and Kit, this is a very, very plain episode. There's not much here. I mean, it's kind
We
of an
could sit
interesting
and
plot
nitpick.
twist.
We
Well, yeah,
we could sit
but I
and
mean,
nitpick to it, if we wanted to.
it's an interesting plot twist that you think it's a bank robbery and but wait, it's not. It's this and when did this originally air? I wonder. Because the thing is that if this aired before a certain film, yeah, this probably aired after a certain film came out because I think by this time, Exit Light, Enter Night. All right, let's see. When did this one air? It aired. Rating.
Didn't this air during the reboot?
January. Yeah. January 28th, 2009. So part of this plot, they pretty much ripped off The Dark Knight.
Are you serious?
Taping the gun to the guy's hands to make him look like that's exactly what Joker did. He turned the clowns into hostages. Instead of having his own men wear the clown masks, he turned the clowns into hostages.
Oh, wow.
And that's exactly what they did here with taping the gun to the guy's hand and yeah. So, interesting. All right, on to the next one.
What the hell is wrong with you, Private? Princess, you better not be laughing at me. Are you laughing? You got your panties in a bunch? You got an answer for me, Princess? You think this is funny? You think this is a game?
Michael, how much longer must we watch this?
I'm sorry, kid. It's the only footage Annie had of the guy.
Army news video of Sergeant Jack Berber, the meanest drill sergeant west of the Mississippi, in training.
Yep.
What exactly is he training people in?
The usual. Shooting, fighting, breaking the human spirit.
I thought you said the human spirit couldn't be broken.
Doesn't stop people from trying.
Mike, you're still not there?
I am 15 minutes away. You guys find out any more about Sergeant Berber's death?
Only what was in the local paper.
Small town, Army vet, overdose, then the story goes away.
You think Annie's overreacting?
Annie Ortiz kept my company's Blackhawks running during 2 weeks of heavy fire and did not lose her cool once. If she says there's something off about her DI's death, it's worth looking into. Even if it is this guy.
We're on it.
And I like the sexy librarian look.
You know.
Are you laughing? You think this is some kind of game? Okay, we'll play a game then. All of you, on your faces, give me 20. You bunch of ignorant, miserable, worthless badges.
Should be fun.
Up next is Fight Night, which this one was slightly better than the last one. Mike goes to Colorado to help an Army friend investigate the murder of her former drill sergeant, guest star Tiki Barber, and follow the lead that the soldier may have been involved in an underground fight club that exploits military veterans. Yay, a Fight Club episode. Oh my god. And anyone who doesn't know who Tiki Barber is, he was an NFL player for the Giants.
Yep.
It's interesting to see him in this.
It is.
The plot was kind of good. This is one thing that's kind of weird after Night to King's Pawn is that the will they won't they with Mike and Sarah never really happens, and I almost half expected him to get with the friend here, the girl in this episode. But he doesn't because Sarah's constantly looking over his shoulder. But
you mean that other agent from the other episode?
Yeah. No, this episode.
Oh, yeah.
But no, I mean I like this one. I thought the plot was a little bit more interesting than the first episode we've talked to, and we've had something that we haven't had in a very long time, which we'll talk about in Scanners in a moment, but what are your overall thoughts on the plot?
This one's a bit different. You know, the Army reference obviously goes back to Deadly Maneuvers, even though that episode was completely, different from the classic series. This one is a Fight Club type deal. There's a lot of there's a lot of action in some spots. But it does make you wonder about the plot. Like, okay, what made you guys write this particular episode? Like, why?
I don't know, but there were a lot of cool moments in it.
Yeah,
though.
there were, but I'm just saying, I'm thinking of Gary Scott Thompson. Like, what made you write this?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you could have brought, even though this was Glenn's creation, the Knight Rider franchise, I'm thinking to myself, why not bring in Glenn for some opinions?
Well, he was executive producer on the show, so I'm sure he gave his opinions when he could. I don't know.
Right.
So, all right, let's get to the Scanners.
No, but my car can.
Right. How'd you... Hey! Hey!
All right, getting to the Scanners. Yeah, I'm with Mike. It's dead eyeballs. No, but my car can. Hey! That was one thing they never really did a lot of after the first few episodes of this series is have Kit interact with the villains.
No, they didn't.
I have no hoopty mode, Michael. But Kit, you're supposed to have everything. Wow, we haven't had a corrupt cop episode in a long time.
No, we have not.
And that ending was hilarious. I absolutely love the ending to this episode.
What's wrong with you, Private?
Yep. That's absolutely awesome. What do you like about this one?
The same notes you had written down, and the fact that obviously Kit still has the voice, emulation, which is nice. They kept that. Just everything. I kind of wish though that they had gone for more of an in-depth episode on this, on this particular shot, on this particular show, or this episode, not show, but this episode, because it could have done a lot more. The interaction could have been better, I think. The car interacting with villains. I would have loved to have seen what would have happened if Kit interacted with a villain.
Yeah,
I think there would have been some funny moments.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I don't have any Scanners off. I really did like this one. I thought it was, like I said, very well done, very well acted, very well thought out. The pacing was good. The stunts were really awesome, and there are some comedy moments in it. So
yes, there are.
All right, we are gonna move on to the next episode.
Can you hear me? Are you okay? This is Tower 2 Charlie 9. Your transponder has failed. Do you copy? Charlie 9. Can you hear me? Charlie 9, come on back if you're there.
Michael. Wake up, Michael.
Vince?
I'm sorry, but I've encountered a possible situation.
What time is it?
It is 4:17 a.m.
Oh, bad guys ever sleep?
No, but neither do I.
Alright, up next is Fly By Night. Mike tries to rescue a kidnapped boy genius who knows the location of a hidden stash of drugs stolen from a drug dealer. The boy leaves behind a puzzling clues that Mike and Kit must solve in order to find him. Complicating things is the DEA agent assigned to the case who has Mike arrested for interfering. Wow, 3 kid episodes in a row.
I don't care, but that's just awesome.
No, it is. I find it strange that they... well, not 3 kid, it's 2.
Right.
it's, I don't know, it's interesting. This one was a little long for me. I thought the pacing was a little off. The plot is, it's all right. It's basically a police procedural with Knight Rider is what it is.
Yes.
Which, whatever.
Actually, if you think about it, Mike, I think it was The Final Verdict kind of did the same thing in the classic series, where it was kind of a police procedure with Knight Rider involved. So that I will kind of give it props for, because it was a nod. It was sort of a nod to the classic, meaning they borrowed from that, and they brought it to 2008. So this is not the first time we've seen something like this.
Yeah, no. But I'm kind of just hoping that, for something a little bit better.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
These are the final 5 episodes of the series.
Right.
I mean, there was several things for Scanners, so we're going to jump to that. But other than that, I mean, this was just kind of there.
Pretty much it. It's there. I did watch it, but you're right. It is a little long. I mean, if you do want to see what happens, by all means, watch it. We're not telling you don't watch these episodes. But
I mean, it's not a horrible episode. It's not cringeworthy, but it just.
We're just saying that this is a bit long. Both of us agree that this is a bit long. So if you haven't seen this whole series, do give it a watch. Do give it a spin. I mean, some of the episodes you will find good, great, excellent. And some of them, even though there's only 17 of these, some of them you will be like, okay, why?
Exactly, and that's kind of where we're getting to now.
So it really kind of, sadly, the only thing that it really gets is kind of a nod to the classic, really, on this one.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to jump right into Scanners now. You get paid. Kit gets towed. Eat turned into an old school Stang. That was awesome. My last note was I thought it was a fine episode, like we've said, but it does run a little long. And it was kind of nice seeing an actual kid in Kit. Okay, Maddie was in Kit, but she was never like what you would see in the old series, where where Kit would let them pretend to drive and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So that was kind of nice with this one.
Now this is the one. I think this is the one where, if I remember right, and if Mike, you can tell me if I'm wrong or not, or right or not. This was the one where Danny picks up the gun at the near the end.
Yeah.
And I actually was like, wow. Because, and Mike had to stop him, like, look, I saw my mom get killed right in front of me.
Yeah.
I saw my mom get killed right in front of me, and, you don't want to do that. And, Danny's like, well, he killed my dad.
Yeah.
And it was like, that, I felt, even though it was acting, I felt kind of sad. I felt kind of a bit of a heartbreak moment there, because it was like he wanted revenge for his dad being killed, and Michael had to say that is not the way to go. Michael had to tell him that this is not cool. I saw my mom get shot. She died right in front of me, and he will get his day, and he will get his day in court. Basically, is what he told him. I do like the fact at the end that, he does get a chance to ride in Kit. I do like that.
Yep. All right, we're going to move on to the next one because, this is already running long. Drug episodes are long.
Yes, they are.
Hold on. I'm coming.
Increased productivity through ergonomically beneficial surroundings.
Spirit of ergonomy. Is that even a word?
Ergonomy is the applied science of equipment design, Michael.
Okay. Well, then, in the spirit of Origami, you ever think about making your backseat into a bed, Kit?
I'm afraid you'd be tempted to invite strangers.
You mean hoochies, Kit?
Undesirable females, yes.
This puppy has got a cooler built into the armrest and a remote for the big screen. Oh, that is sweet.
Chair belongs on the other side.
I like it where it is.
Move it, Stretch.
The Chinese system of feng shui would indicate that Zoe's placement provides for better qi.
Very zen of you, Kit. We could use a little more Eastern philosophy around here.
See? Better chi. Chop, chop.
Who died and made you boss?
That would be Alex Torres.
So you're already enjoying your downtime.
Oh, I have not yet begun to enjoy.
Going anywhere special?
Oh, yeah. Little sentimental journey.
Wait, we get to go somewhere?
Outlet Mall.
Spa day.
You guys are kidding, right?
I'm going to be mellow and get zen.
You mean we, Michael.
Yes, we are going, Kit. Back to a special place. Magical place. Our own little happy place.
Michael is taking me to a bar.
Who'da thunk it?
I want to go to a bar.
Oh, no, not just any bar. Sonny's.
Oh, I get it.
Your dad took me there for my first beer.
And his dad took him there for his...
It's a neighborhood institution. Cold brew, beer nuts, live music. Run by Sonny Nelson. Amazing bartender. Even better guy. Haven't been there in years, but I can tell you that there is no better place to de-stress.
Sounds awesome.
I'm a veritable cornucopia of stress.
From what I remember, Sonny had a daughter.
Oh, yeah, Julie Nelson. She went to med school, I think, somewhere back east.
Right. Have a great time.
You two guys.
Initiating launch prep.
Hello?
Hey. We better tell him. Else he might have a breakdown.
Somebody, please, say something.
Look, we're going on rotation. Everyone's gonna get a chance to decompress. First, Mike's gonna take a couple days, and then you, and then Zoe, and then me.
When's this all gonna start?
Ask your boss.
Okay, not funny.
No, Billy. Funny.
All right, up next is Night in the City. Mike suspects foul play when the owner of his favorite hangout, Sonny's Bar, is killed in a suspicious accident, and the place is taken over by an unsavory crowd. The only good thing about this episode was that awesome sideways turbo boost. That was fucking amazing. I feel like, I don't know if you've ever seen this or if you even know about it. There's a reality show on Spike TV starring John Taffer. He's a person who is in the bar business, and he goes in and name of the show is Bar Rescue. That's what I feel this episode is an episode of Bar
Is
Rescue.
that the one where like they've got these bars and they're not up to city code and
Yep. And he goes in and fixes them.
Yeah, he has them go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen that episode. Yes.
That's what this feels like, is an episode of Bar Rescue.
Wow.
I mean, I like the characters. I like kind of seeing, Mike's old, home life kind of thing, and I get that. I like that, but I mean, to find out that it's the son. I mean, this does really feel like one of the not so great episodes of the original series redone for today's standards.
Right.
Oh God, I wish they would have gone out on a better note than some of these last 5 episodes.
Yeah, I agree. This episode is tolerable, but there's not a whole lot of great moments that I took away from it.
No, me either. Not at all. So, all right, we are going to move on to the last episode of the series. Oh, crap.
Michael, don't you think we should go over the current case file?
Do I look like a dork in this suit?
Yes, Michael, you do. But please pay attention. Megan Connolly, 28, PhD in advanced biochemistry.
Cute.
She works with Dr. Lawrence Matheson on the Human Potentiality Project.
What is it?
a government-funded effort to enhance physical capabilities through an experimental hypercatalyst.
Whatever happened to vitamins?
I haven't seen you take many vitamins, Michael, unless you count beer as a vitamin.
Hey, there are plenty of vitamins in beer, if you drink enough.
We'll have to discuss your misunderstanding of nutrition later, Michael. You have an incoming call from Sarah.
Mike, have you had a chance to review the case file?
Kit and I were just going over it.
And by just, he means just about to.
Gee, Sarah, thanks for installing the backstabbing program. It's really working out.
Mike, don't take this case lightly. HXP enhances the speed, strength, and aggression of anyone who takes it, turning them into a living weapon.
Hate to see that get out on the streets.
If this stuff ends up in the wrong hands, there's no limit to the damage it could cause.
I'm on it.
We are approaching Megan Connolly's car.
Engage the EMP.
Engaging EMP.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Last episode of the series, I Love the Nightlife. Mike and Kit try to procure a stolen high-tech serum called HXP that enhances physical abilities before thieves can sell it to North Korean buyers. When Mike corners Galt, the main suspect, he finds Galt has overdosed on the serum and possesses superhuman strength. Oh my god. Why did this have to be the final episode of this damn show? Oh my god.
Well, it's like we said, Mike. I think the other episodes a couple weeks ago should have been those ones.
Yeah, but like I said at the beginning of this podcast, the only reason why,
I mean, I know why.
The only reason why they couldn't is, yeah.
Right,
it's
right.
just...
This one doesn't work. Again, this is one of those ones that, sadly, this is one of those Team Knight Rider type things where they try to make something look good, but it just bombs miserably. It fails, and I watched it trying to at least get into the episode, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, no, not. I mean, I don't have. There was there's only 2 notes that I have for this that are good. The rest are just it's the standard notes that we did pretty much all for Team Knight Rider. It's like plot of the week, villain of the week. Oh my god, they're using the trope of some sort of drug, steroid drug.
Right.
Oh my god, they're doing this. The only 2 good notes that I have is that was an awesome interrogation. I love that interrogation. And Kit, what did we say about the hangover voice?
Those are the only 2 notes I had too.
Yeah,
those
other
are the same
than that,
ones.
just
they should not. I think they should have gone with 22. I think NBC should have said, "All right, we'll give you 22 episodes," so that way they could at least try to go out on a good note. And if they got picked up for a second season, start with a good note. See, this is the exact same thing that we discussed about in the classic series.
Yep.
All 4 seasons started on good notes.
And they didn't necessarily end on bad notes, but they might have had an episode before the final episode of each season, or in the middle of a season that would be a better season or series finale.
Right.
It's the same thing here, because, even if NBC had done made Knight to King's Pawn the season 1 finale, and then the next 5 a very short season 2, I would have been fine with that. But as of now, with I Love the Nightlife being the final episode ever of this series, it just
doesn't work.
It's following its predecessor's feat of not having a good. And you would think by 2008, we were heavily into continuity with television shows. We were heavily into, starting off the season from some sort of predetermined story, and then finishing the season and continue to another season, etc. It just, oh my god, the fate of this series just really pisses me off to no end. It really, really does, and I don't blame the actors or the it just, oh my god. So we're going to take a quick break, come back with ratings, final thoughts, and closing of the show after this.
What is your emergency?
There are 5 heavily armed suspects assaulting a bank. I have sent their location directly to your computer system. Please respond with your SWAT team immediately.
We have a problem.
Kit, what's happening?
Michael is attempting to rescue a child in the middle of what appears to be a bank robbery. The suspects are firing automatic weapons indiscriminately. Michael is seriously overmatched and outnumbered.
Mike, do not engage. I repeat, do not engage.
Sarah, Michael is not wearing his earwig. He can't hear you.
Then get him out of there. Give me satellite surveillance.
We haven't had a bird in the sky since the government shut us down.
And co-op one from the NSA or CIA.
That'll leave us completely exposed.
Zoe's right. It's too risky. We're limited to kids' cameras.
Bringing them online now.
Hey, kiddo. What's your name?
Maddie.
Hi, Maddie. I'm Mike. I'm gonna get you out of here, okay?
Okay.
All right. Come on.
My name's Kit. What's yours?
Maddie.
Please don't worry, Maddie. You are perfectly safe inside my interior.
But my mom's out there.
By the power of Grayskull, I command the drawbridge. Open!
Yes, that's right. We have traveled to Eternia to enter Castle Grayskull. Join Optimus Solo and TFG and Mike as they find themselves telling tales of Eternia. We cover all things He-Man in this 45-episode-long podcast. You can find us on iTunes and www.geekassradio.com. By the power of Grayskull, we all have the power.
I will kill the person on either side of you. Please don't hurt us, please. Then do not give me a reason to. Shut up!
Please.
Go, keep moving.
Hey, Maddie's safe.
That is your final warning! All of you! Let's go! Down on the ground! Move! Everybody on the ground!
We need to see what's happening in there.
There's no way to see inside. They've closed the drapes and disabled the security cameras. If Kit were close, we might be able to use his infrared.
Until Kit gets back, our best bet is news coverage.
I was able to pull the plates from the 2 cars in the van. Both were reported stolen this morning.
What's Kit's ETA to the hospital, and how long till we can get him back to Mike?
Kit, ETA.
I am less than 90 seconds away from the nearest hospital. I called ahead and explained the seriousness of the situation. Medical staff are standing by.
Hello.
Hi.
Billy, this is Maddie. Maddie, this is Billy.
How you doing, Maddie?
Well, I'm sitting inside a talking car that's driving itself to the hospital with the wounded police officer, and my mother's being kidnapped. How do you think I'm doing?
Okay, too precocious for me.
You have a problem dealing with any member of the opposite sex, don't you?
Pretty much, yeah.
Hi, Maddie. I'm Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
I see you've already met Kit.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
And he's also a secret. Can you keep a secret?
Of course she can keep a secret. She's a girl.
Please.
You okay?
I've had worse.
You a cop?
No.
You act like one.
Hey everyone, this is the Music Man 08, one of the co-hosts of Beyond the Night with TFG1 Mike. Would you like to hear variety? Would you like to hear it out of the clear blue sky? If you've said yes to both these questions, then head on over to www.sky106.net and why don't you check out the schedule to find out when your favorite DJs are on. You may also fill out an application, follow us on Twitter, send us feedback, and tune in with your media player of choice. You may also add us to Skype. That website again is www.sky106.net, where everything is out of the clear blue sky.
All right, we are back, and before we close this episode of the podcast, we have to rate these 5 episodes. Exit Light, Enter Night, I'll give 2 kit cars. It was, I don't know, it's just too weird after From Night to King's Pawn.
I gave it 2 kit cars as well.
Yep. Fight Night, I did enjoy a little bit more, so I'll give that 4 kit cars.
I gave it 4.5.
Right.
I give it 4.5.
Yeah. Fly By Night, I'll give a 3. I enjoyed it. I thought it was interesting, and I liked how they, did the old school Mustang with Kit and, some of the comedy lines.
I gave it 3 as well.
Night in the City, well, I like it for Mike's backstory and the awesome sideways turbo boost. It gets a 3 as well. I mean, it's very middle of the road.
It's a 3 for here because they tried with that episode, but it just failed.
Yep. And for the season/series finale, it gets a 0. As much as I love the cast in this show, and I've said this throughout, since episode 43 when we started.
Have, yeah.
As much as I love this cast, and as much as I love Val Kilmer as Kit, and all the technology, and all the effects, and all the action in this show, I'm sorry, this is by far, I don't know what's worse, this or Voodoo Night.
That's an insult.
Yeah. All right, that's going to do it for us. Thank you for joining us here on Beyond the Night. There are so ways to get in contact with us, leave feedback for the show. Visit the website, geekcastradio.com. Email us, feedback at geekcastradio.com. Follow us on Twitter, at Beyond the Night is the show Twitter. You can also follow at geekcastradio. Mine is TFG1 Mike. What is your Twitter?
My Twitter is themusicman08.
Become a fan on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/GeekCastRadio Network. Call the voicemail line. Tell us the show you're leaving the message for, and your name. 502-526-5821. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Beyond the Night and wish you'll join us next time when we will be giving you the Knight Rider 2008 series recap. For now, I am TFG1 Mike with
Beyond the Music Man 08.
Kit, close the show.
The pain is temporary, but the pride is forever.
You could make a good drill sergeant, Kid.
Thank you. Now drop and give me 20, Private Knight. You worthless bag of...
Kid!